management.
Kids in high school text each other more graphic photos than these on a daily basis.
Yes, I think I text you some pictures more graphic.
Last night. Actually, I missed those. Are you sure you sent them? Everything I got, you were fully clothed.
Yes, no.
I was disappointed.
Just kidding, yes.
So, maybe I expect some more graphic ones tonight?
No, you cannot.
You answered that a little fast. Don't you want to take some time to mull it over?
I don't. I don't.
Wow, that sounds pretty definite. Okay, I'll have to send you some of me.
She is a former stage magician and stage hypnotist. He was voted Variety Entertainer of the Year in the Excellence in the Arts Awards. Did we mention they also used to be married to each other? Now they have rejoined forces for a talk radio show? From the East Coast to the West, all across America, two voices of logic and reason, live from the entertainment capital of the world, Victoria Wayne and Doug Basham. They are X's on the Air.
Well, let's get at it, folks. It's another wayward, wicked day here in Las Vegas. If you got some time, hey, let's talk. And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for joining us today. My name is Basham, Doug Basham.
And I'm Victoria Wayne. And welcome to another unpredictable edition of the X's on the Air show.
Yes, folks. Divorced for a number of years, no contact with each other whatsoever, now reunited as co-hosts on the air to bring you your weekly reality radio show, whereupon we take a look at the lighter side of the news. And ironically, after I said that last week,
I know,
we spent 45 minutes going serious and talking about legitimate rape.
I know. I when I listened to it again, I was depressed. Lighter side of the news.
That doesn't sound like the best testimonial. Can we rewind and erase that? So maybe we should say, whereupon we take a look at the lighter side of the news most of the time.
Yes, there you go.
The website is www.x's, that's E-X-S, xsontheair.com. The address to email us on the air or off is show@xsontheair.com. And while you're at our website, look for the links to both our Twitter and Facebook pages. Follow us on Twitter. Be our friend on Facebook.
Please.
V.
Yes.
Any news stories this week that caught your attention?
Any news stories? Let me think. No.
Well, there were a couple that caught mine.
Yes, I bet.
I have, of course, our X's story of the week.
Good. I like this. My favorite.
Usually your favorite. And this is a good one, V.
Uh-huh.
This one has pretty much everything. It also doubles as our teacher having sex with student story.
Oh, that one wasn't bad. Yes.
This one is both.
Uh-huh.
I mean, this combines it all. This is juicy. I also have our most ridiculous story of the week. Also, our funniest/coolest photograph of the week.
I like the pictures. That's always my favorite part.
I know you do. And finally, I mean, if things get really dull, I have a story or two that would fit very nicely into a segment we began last week that we called This Week in Legitimate Rape.
Oh.
Well, I'm sorry, but the stupid just keeps on coming.
Okay.
In fact, there was so much stupid and crazy rape/political stuff this week, you almost needed a stupometer to keep up with it. In any event, we'll get to whatever stories we get to momentarily.
But before we do that, let me remind.
Easy for you to say.
Let's
rewind and take that again.
Let me remind you that any of the stories that we do discuss on the show, that we have the full link to the story on our website. And again, that is xsontheair.com. And our website is also a blog, which means that you can post your comments to any of the stories that you hear us talk about.
How exciting.
Yeah.
Oh, is that my cue?
Yes, that was your cue, yes.
You didn't say momentarily. Or you can just call us while we're on the air live and give us your take immediately.
Yes.
And the phone numbers are, shall I give them out?
Oh, I didn't. And our numbers here at the station are 257-KDWN. That's 257-5396, 257-5396. Or you can email us at show@xsontheair.com. But please call. We love callers.
Yes. Now, V, couple of things we got to clear up from last week.
Okay.
Firstly, there's an old saying that when you're trying to express sincerity, you say, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Well, many, many years ago, before I met you even,
heart of my bottom.
I decided it would be comical to turn that around and say, and I mean that from the heart of my bottom.
That's where I got it from.
Really?
Absolutely.
I wanted to know if that was something you started using as a comedy line?
I wouldn't know it was comedy, but something I started using because of you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, all these years I've been saying that because of you.
Okay. Well, the reason I asked is because last week we were having a discussion. You brought up Terry Stokes.
Yes.
World famous hypnoptist.
Absolutely.
And
the best.
And here's what you had to say. Listen to this.
And Terry's done it way longer than I have. I learned so much from him, but there's no one better. And I mean that from the heart of my bottom. I'm aware that I said that.
Because
yes, that wasn't like stuttering over like I just did when I read what I'm supposed to read.
When I watched it on video, I thought you were being serious. I didn't know that you had reversed it on purpose.
I have been saying it like that for the past 16 so years since
17?
Since I've seen you.
Well, I hate to admit this, but I missed it when you said it.
Oh, really?
Live. Yeah, I had no idea until I watched it on the video.
You know what else I say because of you all these years? I say battery. That's the way you pronounce battery. And I have always said battery. The battery is dead.
Battery.
Yes.
I say that?
Yes. You said it back then, and that's why I've said it all these years. It just kind of caught on. Like, I don't know why. It's nothing affectionate. Don't misinterpret it. It's nothing warm and fuzzy involved in it.
Oh, really? Well, warm and fuzzy are not two words I would normally associate with batteries.
Well, warm and fuzzy isn't something I would normally associate with our relationship either.
Oh, come on. There were moments.
Oh, very, very fleeting moments. Very fleeting moments.
Well, they may have been fleeting, but they were still fuzzy. And warm.
No, they weren't warm.
A couple were. Come on. You're giving the wrong impression here.
So you're supposed to ask me something. Ask me something about my week.
Oh, how was your week?
No, not that. Last week, I told you I was going to do something this week.
Oh, good Lord. You are waiting to report on your colonic.
I am.
Do you have any photos to share?
I have no photos.
Thank goodness.
It was fabulous.
Really?
It was fabulous.
Now, see, those are two words I wouldn't associate as being used together, colonic and fabulous.
Not only was it fabulous, I actually went back and had two more, so I had a total of 3.
Are you listening, Randy? Randy said he was going to tune
Our
he
caller
was going to tune in for this part of the show. So you had 3 colonics
I had
this week?
3 colonics, and I'm going back next week for more. I felt so unbelievably good afterward. I mean, I felt thinner. I felt clearer. They take out.
Of course.
Yeah, they take out all the toxins that are on the wall of your intestines that are stuck there for God only knows how long.
You should have told him to work on your eye.
Yes, there's toxins there. But no, it was truly a wonderful experience. A pretty girl rubs your feet while this is being done to you.
And a pretty girl.
Massaging your feet as you're having it done. And she massages your hands and your stomach. And I mean, it's a different sort of process. It was the best colonic I've ever had.
It sounds like they're kind of combining colonics with massages.
Well, it's done deliberately because, she's not just a pretty girl, but she's a trained, she knows everything that she's doing, and she puts pressure on pressure points to help the water flow better, easily, and, but it's, I got a flyer for you. Here's I went to the Las Vegas colon hydrotherapy clinic. It's on Charleston, and it was, can I give their phone number out? I think everyone should have a colonic.
Are they paying for it?
No.
If not, I think the name is sufficient.
No, they're not. But no, just let me. It's if you want to get a colonic.
But why did you ask? You asked, I said no. You're going to do it anyway.
If you want to get a colonic, the place to go is this place. The woman's name is Donna. She is unbelievably charming, and the number is 471 God, I can't see. I need glasses.
Oh, boy.
0088.
Sometimes karma comes back faster than you expect, doesn't it, huh?
471-0088. That print is large, too, and I can't even see it. That's bad, isn't it?
I told you. While you were there, you should have had them work on your eyes.
My vision is better since I had the colonic.
Really?
I swear my vision's better since I had
And
the colonic.
the proof is in the pudding. 471. Are there numbers? Boy, sign me up for a vision colonic tomorrow.
No.
Anyhow, the second thing we have to clear up from last week.
Me.
Oh, no pun intended. Clear up from last week?
I'm going back for more this week.
You mentioned that.
Yes.
How many will you be having this week?
I don't know, but a couple of more, at least 2, 3.
Now, let me ask you, do they recommend having several colonics a day?
It's not in a day, it's a week. It's
Still.
It's really up to you, but in the very beginning, yes, you should have more than one. I felt a difference after one. I truly did. But the more you have, and especially I felt very blocked. I mean, I felt like there was an issue. I don't know how to describe it, but I felt like I was having an issue.
I think we got the picture just fine from the word block,
So
dear.
next week, I'm going to come back and tell you how the next set that I did this coming week.
Really? This is going to be a recurring segment? I mean, one colonic I can handle. I don't know. I mean,
you should do it.
You turn your nose up at my segment called This Week in Legitimate Rape. You're right. You're right. How crass of me. Let's talk about a colonic.
It was very clean and calm, and the room's dark, and they have aromatherapy happening, and it's very tranquil.
Well, that may be, but it's still a colonic.
Well, but that's a good thing. You should get one.
Are you inferring that I'm full of, why would you say that?
Because it's a healthy thing to do.
You're right. It is a healthy thing to do. There's no question. And one of the infomercials that used to play on the station years ago, I don't know if it still does, talked about the poundage of fecal matter that John Wayne had in him when he died. It was
I've heard that.
42 pounds.
Yes, how horrible is that?
Yeah.
It's how horrible. If you feel sluggish and if you feel, just lethargic and tired. Blocked, right? There you go. This is I'm a big fan. I think it's fabulous.
Apparently, if you're going back for more this week.
I am going back for more.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay, second thing we need to clear up from last week. I made a correct statement last week. However, I attributed it to the wrong venue. And you had someone that texted you to correct my mistake.
Okay, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, let me clear it up, and then perhaps you will. And the reason I want to clear it up is because the correct venue is worse than the incorrect one.
Okay.
Now, when we were doing our new segment titled This Week in Legitimate Rape, I said that the Republican Party had added the word forcible to the word rape at their convention as part of their platform.
That's right, and you were incorrect about that.
That's right. Now, firstly, thank you for pointing that out. I just said that 5 times, but you had to get yours in, didn't you?
You betcha.
Just in case someone missed it.
You betcha.
Now, firstly, a party platform is essentially fluffy, feel-good stuff at a convention meant to energize the base of a party. Both sides do it. The people the faithful who actually attend the convention or watch at home. It's kind of a, this is what we stand for kind of thing.
Yes.
Or basically, it's a what we know you want to hear we stand for kind of thing.
Okay, I watch them both.
Nonetheless, both parties do it. It's nothing binding. It's just a party platform, okay? Now, what they actually did at their convention with regards to rape was they enshrined into their official platform support for a human life amendment to the Constitution that would outlaw abortion without making exemptions for rape or incest. Which means even if you're 13, you're legitimately raped by your father, and your life is legitimately in danger if you give birth. If you get an abortion, that's bad. You can't do that.
Well, I am so pro-choice, and I don't know a lot about this because I think this is an insignificant issue at this time in our, in what's going on in the world. This is not the important issue.
Well, I agree with you, except that these clowns thought it was important enough to include it in their party platform. So evidently they disagree with you that it's an unimportant issue because they wanted to put it in their party platform. But the bottom line is they're not going to do it. It's not going to happen.
I agree.
It's red meat to the base that go, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. This is the one thing, very few things we agree on, but this is one issue.
We agree on more things than you are aware of.
I don't think so.
Now, back to the word forcible. Again, that had nothing to do with the party platform. It's worse than that.
Is this the lighter side of the news, by the way?
No. But then we offered the caveat at the beginning where we look at the lighter side of the news most of the time.
I'd rather go back to the colonic.
But
go on.
You are going back to the colonic. We will hear more next week of that, I am certain. Anyhow, back to the word forcible. Nothing to do with the party platform. However, Todd Legitimate Rape Aiken was one of two co-sponsors last year of the controversial bill H.R. 3, No Taxpayer Funding for Abortion Act, which initially included language which changed the definition of rape to forcible rape until public pressure forced the bill's supporters to remove that from the bill. Now, the bill's other co-sponsor, other than Todd Legitimate Rape Aiken, Paul Ryan, Mitt Romney's choice for vice president. Now, these weren't a bunch of meaningless words they wanted to stick into the party platform at the convention. They wanted these words to become the law of the land. They introduced a bill they wanted to become law. I think that's a little more serious than sticking it in their platform. And what I don't understand is why I have yet to hear from a woman, especially a Republican woman, who resents the men in her party trying to redefine and trivialize rape.
Well, it's horrible. Of course it's horrible.
But why? You and I agree.
But it's like getting married and you fall in love and he's wonderful or she's wonderful, and yet everything's really good except this one little area that you don't like about them. I mean, it's inevitable that that's going to be in anything. In a political party, in your spouse, in your best friend, there's always going to be some little glitch somewhere.
Well, I understand. I just don't think that redefining and trivializing rape is a small little thing. I think it is a huge thing.
Well, it's just not significant right now. I mean, I don't know. I can't even focus when I listen to when I listen to it all and the different sides and the different views. It's like the least important thing.
Well, I agree. There are more important topics, but I just don't think this one is unimportant.
Well,
and the way I look at it, this is what I think the criteria should be for having an authoritative opinion on women's reproductive rights. And again, ladies, I'd like to hear your opinion. You start by asking the question, do you have a vagina? If the answer is yes, then yes, you may express an opinion. If the answer is no, then just shut the hell up.
Well, that's one way of putting it. That's
right,
one way.
Because you'll notice all the people that are so gung-ho on this rape/abortion issue are men.
Yeah, well, no, there's plenty of women that feel that way as well. I am not one of them, but there are plenty of women that feel that way.
Really? I
just know that if, God forbid, I ever had an unwanted pregnancy for, those horrific reasons that vacuum cleaner or coat hanger or whatever would, I would just... I would take care of it. No law would prevent me from taking care of it.
Now, I know the answer to this, but wouldn't you rather have it be legal?
Of course. Are you kidding?
Okay.
Of course.
Oh,
I'm all for it. I agree
else?
with you on this issue.
Right.
And that's about it. That's just about it. Are you have pictures to show me? I want to see pictures.
That's a start. We are making headway, folks. She's weakening. Stay tuned for next week. What would you like? Would you want to get to our exes story?
Sure. Yes, I want to hear. I like the exes story
because that has pictures.
Okay.
Okay. Two teachers.
Yes.
Right here in Las Vegas.
Yes.
A man and a woman. They live together. They're both teachers.
Okay.
Bambi Dewey, that's a female teacher, 32. Bambi Dewey, 32. John Stalmach,
A former
31.
stripper, yes, go on.
Kind of sounds like it, doesn't it? They were arrested on charges of solicitation of a minor for sex. Stalmach was also was charged with sexual conduct between a teacher and a student. Now, these acts occurred between November 2011 and January of this year, but it all came down this week.
Yes.
Okay? Dewey's being held on a $20,000 bond. That's the woman. Stalmach on a $60,000 bond. Not really sure the discrepancy there. Now, the girl was a cheerleader at a junior high school. She told detectives she spent a lot of time with these two teachers. Her mom knew the teachers. She admitted she smoked marijuana with the two teachers. Now, how did the police find out about this?
Okay.
The story continues.
I'm sure it does.
A criminal investigation began on August the 14th when Dewey, that's Bambi Dewey's ex-husband,
Yes.
Stephen Baca, alerted police that Dewey and Stalmach might be having a relationship with a high school student. And how did the ex-husband find out?
Okay.
The story continues. Bambi Dewey's sister, Robin Dewey, had told Baca that she suspected her sister and Stalmach were having a sexual relationship with the high school girl. Can you believe that? The sister told the ex. The ex told the police.
Okay.
Now, the sister, Robin Dewey, also reported that her sister told her she broke up with Stalmach after he cheated on her with the teenager. Now, see, the part of the story, the interesting part, the three of them, this was a threesome. It's not one teacher.
These are both high school teachers.
Yes.
And they're having an affair with a female student.
The two of them are having an affair with this 16-year-old student.
Okay.
So
It's a world gone mad.
But she didn't get upset with her boyfriend until he slept with this student without her there. I mean, you know, he's a good boyfriend when he sleeps with the student when she's there and partakes. But when he sleeps with the student by himself, then he's no good.
Well, you shouldn't be messing around with your students. But,
Gee, you think?
But if everyone's over 21 and adults and consenting, so what?
Well,
it's none of our business what they're doing, except this is not okay because it's a high school student.
A 16-year-old student.
Yes, that's certainly not all right.
You know.
But doing what you want in the privacy of your own home and everyone's agreeing and let it be.
Bambi Dewey told detectives that she and Stalmach dated for 4 to 5 years. She said the relationship ended in April when Stalmach wouldn't marry her. You know, excuse me, let me give this guy a bit of advice. When your girlfriend not only allows you to have sex with other women, but participates making it a threesome, you run all over town till you have blisters on your feet looking for the right engagement ring. You know?
Have you ever had a threesome?
No.
No.
I haven't.
Yeah, and nor have I. No, nor have I. I think
really?
the camera dude has, for a fact. 10 of them, he says.
Tensome. He's had a foursome.
Do you know?
He got 3 girls in the room and he forced them.
I think he has been with more women than any guy I've ever met.
Really?
Yeah. And he's not, to look at him, you wouldn't think that. Whatever that means. But he has stories that are just, you look confused.
You know,
he's not,
I couldn't even use the term, what a backhanded compliment. That was just a flat out brazen insult.
No, I didn't mean it that way. But he's
really?
just.
How did you mean it? How else can that be taken?
He knows.
What do you mean he knows?
He does not look like the type of guy that has had like 10,000 women or something, does he?
What kind of guy does? He's looking for a sharp object, by the way.
No, he's not insulted at all.
What kind? Oh, and you know this how?
Because I know him, because he doesn't have a fragile ego like other guys I've met.
Oh, wow. What a smooth way to try and slip up. Oh, I can insult him. He doesn't have a fragile ego. I got to write that down.
He doesn't.
That's good.
Some guys do, some guys don't. He doesn't.
So when you step in it, a good fallback is, oh, it's okay. He doesn't have a fragile ego.
He's not insulted. Really, truly, he's not. Anyway, he's been around. He has been around.
Oh, man.
Anyway, there's no judgment there. It's not good or bad. I mean, it's just a fact.
Now, get this.
Yes.
Stelmach, the guy of the two teachers,
Yes.
said the teen was the aggressor. He said the teen approached him and Bambi Dewey.
Well, that's not shocking. That could be.
Oh, I understand. In a joking manner, saying they should all sleep together. He then went upstairs and was shocked to discover the teen and Bambi having sex.
Yeah, it's your student.
See, I told you, this X story has it all. This is probably the juiciest one.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
Well, yeah, up until now, whenever we've had stories about students sleeping with teachers, the PV ratio has always been 1-to-1.
Yeah, that's a threesome. Okay. All right.
You're supposed to say, what's PV ratio?
Oh, okay. What's PV ratio?
Penis vagina.
Ooh.
See, you didn't know that. You went right along. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
That's right,
You
'cause
had
I
no clue what I was talking about.
Because I wanted to move on.
I mean, what are we going to have to do, V? Start bringing back eunuchs to teach high school? I mean, this is getting out of control.
Yeah, well,
And now we're expanding the PV ratio.
all of our ethics and our morals are out of control.
All I want to know is, where were these 16-year-olds when I was 16? You know, here's the... Oh, wait a minute. I have pictures.
When I was in high school, there was a guy that swore he was sleeping with our English teacher. I mean, he just, you know, and he told
He may well have been.
He might have been. He was very...
Was her name Bambi Dewey?
He was very mature.
There's a picture of the two teachers. That's Stelmach. That's Bambi. I'd thump her.
I bet you would. I bet you would. Yeah, they're just people. They're
Now,
just,
look at him. Doesn't he have a bit of a, I don't know, I had sex, I got away with it, like bit of a smirk?
maybe it's the orange collar to his shirt, but he looks like I can see the numbers or something.
You know what I don't get? All the stories you hear
Yes.
about teachers getting caught sleeping with their students.
Yes.
And what do these guys do? I mean, it just continues to happen. Like, does everybody have the attitude, well, they got caught, but we won't? Or do they just not care?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't get it. I just don't get it.
I don't know.
Anyhow, they're playing our song, V.
I hear.
We need to take our bottom of the hour break. We'll be back in just a few. If you would care to join us, the number here at the station is 257-KDWN. That's 257-5396. Or you can email us at show@xsontheair.com. Back in a few. Stay with us.
Look into my eyes, you will see what you mean to me. Such a heart, such a soul. When you find me there, you'll search no more. Don't tell me it's not worth trying for. You can't tell me it's not worth dying for. You know it's true. Everything I do, I do it for you.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for joining us. My name is Doug Basham. I am here with my lovely co-host and ex-wife, Victoria Wayne. That's right. We used to be married to each other.
And you wanted to dance.
The show is called X's on the Air. Well, this is one of my favorite
Why
all-time
did you want
songs.
to dance? It's not like you.
It wasn't that I wanted to dance.
Yes.
I just wanted to dance with you.
Oh, how sweet. I don't think we ever danced when we were married.
And smooth, I might add.
I don't think we ever danced when we were married.
We did.
I don't think so. I don't remember.
Well, see, I'm making up for lost time. Anyhow, folks, our phone number here at the station, 257-KDWN. That's 257-5396. Or you can email us at show@X's, that's EXS, xsontheair.com.
You know, it's just for the radio, Douglas, because you didn't return any of my emails this week. You didn't phone all week.
You didn't send me one email.
I did. I sent you several. I sent you pictures, and I don't know, this and that.
Oh, by the way, I should mention that. That's the one email I got. I got pictures. I put them on the website. Including, folks,
yes,
photographs of the wedding. And if I may say,
yes,
not to belabor the point I made last week, but what a beautiful bride you were. And I quite often go for the punchline. This one I mean from the heart of my bottom. Seriously, you were a beautiful, beautiful bride.
Yes, many, many, many years ago.
And there were other pictures there where I'm kind of like that white and black suit.
Yes.
Suit top. Those were good pictures, too.
Yes.
Folks,
yes.
Go to our website, xsontheair.com. Click on the link for photos. It's worth the trip. Trust me. We look good. So, what
an egomaniac.
What? You disagree?
Yeah. I think,
Hey. Oh.
I just picked up my phone and showed, I got a picture of Doug on my phone. This is a handsome picture of you.
No argument here.
Yeah, that's a very, very handsome picture.
Okay, I got 3 stories here.
Yes.
Another somewhat X story.
Okay.
Another one that could fit into our category of This Week in Legitimate Rape. Or our funniest / coolest photograph of the week. You choose.
Enough with the rape. Okay.
I'll just give you the headline, and we won't do any more.
It's not the rape story, is it?
Yes, but we're only...
no, I didn't pick that one. That's the one I didn't pick.
That's why I'm not doing the story. I'm just giving you the headline that I will put it away.
Okay.
Headline, North Dakota candidate for Senate Rick Berg supports life sentences for rapists when the victim becomes pregnant and has an abortion. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say rapist? I meant victims. Supports life sentences for victims of rape when they have an abortion.
Okay.
You don't want to do that story.
No. Can we move on now?
We can. You choose another X story or our funniest photo of the week.
Let's do the X story.
X story. Woman discovers ex-boyfriend living in her attic 12 years after they broke up.
Oh my God, that could so easily happen to me.
I was thinking that because you, unlike every other ex I've ever had or known, keep in contact with all your exes.
Yeah, not all.
Now, see what happened. What happened? These two broke up 12 years ago.
I understand.
A couple weeks ago, she heard some noise up in her attic.
And it was not a raccoon.
Nails were falling from the ceiling. Plaster was falling from the ceiling. She sent her 2 boys up to investigate.
And there was that guy.
They found her ex sleeping in the attic by the furnace.
That boyfriend from 12 years ago. What was his name? He's up there?
Yeah. Now, he had only been there 2 weeks.
Yes.
But the point is, they hadn't seen each other in 12 years.
Yes.
They reestablished contact, and she got him to change the doors and locks on her house. So he took advantage of that and moved into the attic.
That could so easily happen to me.
Somewhere there's a screenwriter that just read this and got an inspiration for his next romantic comedy. But I agree, because you keep in touch with every one of your exes, everybody you ever knew.
And you think that's, you're disturbed at that.
No, I'm not disturbed. I'm just saying that that's not the norm. Most people don't do that. And I've read stories where that backs up that position.
I wish somebody would call in that has any input on that subject.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Do you keep in touch with not just your ex, but every ex you've ever had?
With any ex. Not every ex. There's some we don't talk. That first dude I married, I've never talked to him since.
Well, how long did that marriage last? 6 hours?
6 weeks.
6 weeks. I wasn't far off. No, but anyway, I thought with the way you keep in contact with all your exes, how do you know one of them isn't living in your attic? Have you checked lately?
I do hear noise up there. So.
See? Well, I moved out about a year ago, so there's someone else could have
There's
moved
room
in.
now.
Yeah. And I must say, I left it rather neat when I left. But no, I thought about that. Well, that's why I got interested in this story, because I said, this could happen to V.
Yeah, it certainly could.
You could. So what are you going to do when you go home today?
I'm going to check the attic.
You're going to check your attic, aren't
Yeah, they're all good guys. Truly, we got divorced, you and I, but you're a great guy. You are a great guy. You are.
Go on.
You are ethical. You keep your word. You have values. You're a great guy. But I pick great guys. That's why I could be friends with you now. Russ is a great guy. I mean, you don't know him, but he has qualities.
Well, I don't know him, but he doesn't look like the kind of guy that would have had a lot of women. At least according to you earlier.
Don is a great guy.
He has a pig for a pet.
That doesn't matter, but he's a great human being. I mean, his soul is pure and wonderful. Troy is a great human being. I mean, I pick good people to surround myself. Why? Just because the relationship didn't work. Why let them go?
Which begs the question, if you have this ability to pick these stellar human beings, male examples, how come you're not with any of them?
Because they all...
I think it's... I know what you're going to say.
What?
Say it.
They all drove me nuts.
Right, but have you ever stopped to consider that maybe the flaw lies within?
Sure.
If we're all these great guys, quite frankly, I think the problem is you.
Well, I think they were better off as friends than they were as boyfriends.
Right.
Or husbands.
Because of your flaws.
Well, I'm the one that said I can't take this anymore. But who knows? Believe me, I'm not blameless.
With all of them?
All except you, basically.
What do you mean all except me? You divorced me.
Yeah,
I'm part of that list.
Yeah, but you were different. You're in a different category as far as our breakup. But everybody else, no, they drove me nuts.
A better category or a worse category?
Neither. No judgment, but a different category.
Go ahead, judge. You're dying to.
No, I did not want to terminate our relationship. But yes, I think I was the one that did it, but I did not want to. Where everybody else, I wanted to. I mean, I needed to. I didn't want to, actually. I needed to.
Hold on, I have to expand my headphones here. Okay.
Yes.
Check your attic when you get home.
Yes, I shall.
Funniest, coolest photo of the week?
Yes.
Now, this is a story. I actually happen to have met this person and spoken to him. It's our Vice President, Joe Biden. This is the photograph that was circulated. Now, this is not political. We're talking about the photograph. This is not political.
Okay.
Can you separate that? Can you separate?
Yeah, I can. I don't think you can.
Of course I can.
Okay.
This is the photograph that was circulating. We don't need to hold it up because I'm sure everyone out there who is politically inclined has seen this picture.
Okay.
And basically the story was going around. Biden walks into a biker bar and puts one of the guy's old ladies on his lap. Now, if you look at the picture, Biden's sitting on a bench. She's sitting on a chair in front of him. But I think sitting on his lap lends itself more to punchlines.
Okay.
So we're going to go with the incorrect premise of the lady sitting on his lap.
All right.
Now, your initial impression of this photo. Do you think I think it's kind of cool. What do you think?
Yeah, nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, I agree. I think probably the most genuine vice president ever. Guy goes into a biker bar. I mean, you got to love that.
I don't have any problem with the photograph, but...
And I have to tell you, I actually had a chance to meet Joe Biden in Washington several years ago.
Uh-huh.
He was a senator, wasn't vice president. He addressed, we were there at a convention, and he got up and spoke. He started behind the podium. He was there for about 5 seconds. Then he walked out, and he walked around and spoke to people. And it was just, to this day, I have not heard him since make as powerful a speech as he did that day. He just has an act. He's a people person. You know what I mean?
Hopefully, if you're running for political office, you are a people person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, you look at that picture.
Yes.
I'm feeling one coming on.
Oh.
I thought we might have some fun, captioning it.
We're back with the sunglasses.
From this picture, it is clear Joe Biden never misses a chance.
Uh-huh.
To poll the electorate. This is where the old saying comes in, better late than never. Jim's over there. Oh, he says, try another one. Okay. By the way, have you seen Joe Biden's wife, Jill?
Yes.
She's a looker. Uh-huh. This old dude's got game.
Uh-huh.
I mean, he gets lap dances from whoever he wants. Deal with it. Joe Biden, John Bon Jovi, same dude. Absolutely. And you know the best part of Joe Biden? He is blessed with the congenital inability to give a damn. I mean, I have another picture here. Now he's with free bikers there. This sign up over top says, do not touch. I'll bet you Biden touched it.
All right.
He just doesn't give a damn.
Okay, very nice.
Okay, I've got an idea for a caption. For going back to the first photo.
Yes.
Come on, sit on my lap. Tell me you'll vote for me. Okay, how's this? Yes, I'm very happy to see you, baby doll. What gave me away?
Okay, go on.
Look, I'll just keep throwing them out. If you hear any, you're like, just nod your head and I'll understand. You know, restraint is a good thing, but there's a time and a place. Okay, another caption.
Yes.
11 p.m., days in, off Highway 29. When the Secret Service guy asked, the code word is tugboat.
Ooh.
Okay, you ready?
Yes.
So, what do you think? Put sunglasses on of my stimulus package.
That was better.
See, the cue was better there, but he had it turned down. So
It's fine.
we're almost 0 for 2. Now look at the looks that those two bikers are giving each other.
Yes, I
can't tell if that's I'm going to whip his ass look or, oh, damn, Tammy's giving lap dances again. But either way, you've heard, if they're real bikers, they won't care if he nails their old lady as long as he stays off their bikes. I mean, I'm serious.
Okay.
You know the old joke about bikers? They have a jacket, and on the back it says, if you can read this, my old lady fell off. You've heard that.
I have.
I wonder if Biden walked into that bar with a jacket that said, if you can read this, the Kenyan fell off.
Ooh.
Well, I thought you liked that. I made reference to the president in an almost derogatory sense. A Kenyan.
Rightfully
I thought
so.
you'd at least like that one. Was it the dance? Did I step on your foot? Was the breath bad? I mean, you've just been ornery since we came back. I know what it is.
Yes.
You're very concerned what you're going to find in your attic when you get home. Or should I say, who? What do you think?
There's nothing up there.
So we'll ask the audience. If you can separate the political aspect from it, did you think this was a cool photograph of Biden in the biker bar? I thought it was very cool. I swear, if Biden came out with his own brand of ice cream, he would surpass Mitt Romney in wealth in 2 years. That's how cool Joe Biden is.
Okay. Oh, now I want ice cream.
Chocolate.
Yes.
Is that your favorite kind of ice cream?
No, mint chocolate chip.
Oh, but chocolate.
Yeah, well, I'm a big chocolate
Every
fan.
time I've alluded to anything today when we weren't on the air, you said, is it chocolate?
Yeah, I'm craving chocolate. Must
Okay.
be hormones.
Well, that's my story on the coolest photograph of the week.
Well, that's very interesting.
I have another exit story.
Okay, good.
I think this is funny. Man finds girlfriend naked in another man's bed. Now, what's good about... Well, I shouldn't say good. There's nothing good about the story, but there are comical elements. Okay? A Buford man said he went to a home on Mary Todd Lane, whatever that is, after his girlfriend failed to answer her cell phone. Once he got there, the people at the party said, oh, she's upstairs. He goes upstairs, sees her having sex with another man. Of course, they both jump up. The other man goes to attack him. He says, wait, don't attack me. I'm her boyfriend. Guy goes, huh? And the girl kind of goes, I don't know. So what did he do?
Yeah.
He left and went and called the police and said, my girlfriend's being raped. Meanwhile, people at the party said that they saw the couple go upstairs. It was the girl that came on to the guy. But I mean, I don't know. What would you call this? Would you admire his level of trust in her or kind of look down on him because of his denial? But I mean, he calls up, officer, I caught my girlfriend in bed with another man, kissing, naked, having sex, smiling. She was raped, I tell you.
I wonder what they were smoking before he phoned the police.
Well, I don't know, but witnesses at the party said that it was very, very consensual.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I would have that much confidence in myself that if I caught my significant other in bed with someone else,
Yes, I bet you
I would
wouldn't.
call the police to report a rape.
Yeah, I bet you wouldn't.
But is that a bad thing? I mean, I thought that would just be being realistic.
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, you must. How would you feel? If you caught your significant other having a good time in bed with someone else, probably it wouldn't bother you, but you wouldn't think it was rape.
Well, Well, and it could bother me. It depends upon the circumstance.
Not even legitimate rape. Forcible rape.
You had to get that in there. What other story do you have?
Well,
Oh, it's not. You're never at a loss for this. This is unusual.
oh God, I'm not. I just had to reach. I'm not at a loss. Trust me. I told you earlier I had our most
I
ridiculous
believe
story
you.
of the week.
I do believe you.
This is an Egyptian-born bodybuilder who just had his 31-inch biceps. That's bigger than my waist.
Yeah.
Not as big, however, as... You were supposed to laugh there so I wouldn't have to finish.
Oh, God, I missed my cue again.
Did you ever find that sharp object, Russ? Sure, come in handy right now. Just had his 31-inch biceps crowned the largest in the world. He says he spent 10 years pumping iron twice a day. His upper arms now have the same circumference as a grown man's waist. I have pictures.
Oh, I thought it was I saw Popeye. I thought it was you were going to show me Popeye.
I mean, look at that.
Yeah, that's gross.
That was what I was going to ask you. Do you find anything attractive?
Oh,
about
not
that?
even a little bit. Not even a little bit. That's gross.
Now, I don't know a lot about bodybuilding.
Yeah.
I'm just naturally fit. Naturally buffed. I go into biker bars, by the way.
You like female bodybuilders, though.
I do.
You're turned on to that.
Well, I wouldn't like that. I mean, this guy's like 24 years old. He's already got bingo wings.
Yeah, he has what?
Bingo wings. You know, the old ladies playing bingo.
Oh.
You never heard that phrase before?
No, I've never heard that phrase.
Wow.
But no, I don't find that attractive at all. I don't like bodybuilders, male, female. It's kind of weird.
Now, as I say, I don't know a lot about bodybuilding, so I did some research on this.
Yeah.
The general consensus is that he used something called Synthol, Synthol. It buffs up your body mass and gives the impression that you're buffed, but it adds no strength. It's basically like a boob job for your arms. There's no strength.
It's a drug?
That's what everybody seems to think. Because if you look at his forearm, they're tiny.
Yeah, he looks out of proportion.
And I'll bet that's not the only thing that's tiny.
I'm attracted to scrawnier men.
And I'll bet that's not the only thing that's tiny.
Yeah, I got that. I got it. I didn't know what to say about it. I got it.
No, but this is just mass. It's not strength. If he had actually, I'm reading what bodybuilders are saying. They said if he had actually worked out, his forearms would be bigger.
Yeah.
Because you have to lift from the hands.
Makes sense.
So they think the guy's kind of a phony. Synthol apparently is like 85% oil, 7.5% lidocaine, 7.5% alcohol. And it has a plethora of possible side effects, including strokes and death.
Oh.
But this guy apparently, at what point in your life do you say, this is the look for me. I want to look like I have tumors in my arms.
It is creepy. It's a creepy picture. It doesn't...
And where would this look good?
Yeah.
Down on Jersey Shore?
I have no idea. It's very, very weird, very unusual picture. Yes.
And no strength. Okay. Well, that's our ridiculous story of the week.
Okay.
Do you agree?
Yes, that's pretty ridiculous. Okay.
I'll tell you what. You give me a topic, I'll find a story.
Pigs.
Pig?
You said give you a topic.
Okay, actually, there was a story in the news this week. I didn't print it because I thought you'd be upset.
Oh, is it a bad story about an animal? I don't want to hear about an animal.
No, just a pig.
That's not an animal.
Actually, many pigs.
I love pigs. Was something bad?
It's a true story. I don't know.
They were made into bacon. I don't want to hear it.
Well,
it's sad and horrible.
That's kind of the point of the story, but it's a promotional thing. Oscar Mayer is sending this man across country. It's a promotional thing they're doing.
Oh, I don't think I want to hear this.
He has no money. The only currency he has to spend on this cross-country trip
are pigs.
Is bacon. And he is to barter for whatever he needs using this bacon.
I know a guy that...
Yeah, I saw that story, but I didn't print it because I thought you'd be upset. And then you say, give me a pig story.
It just so happens. I know a guy that had a Svengali deck and went from California to New York back and forth with nothing but a Svengali deck on it.
That's a great trick.
Yeah, that's a magic trick. It's a magic card, a deck of cards that's, gaffed.
That was the first magic trick I ever owned.
Really?
I bought it at the Houdini Museum in Niagara Falls.
Really?
Yeah, I walked through the museum, and then, of course, when you leave, there's a little magic shop.
Yeah.
And the fella behind the counter, which you and I eventually became.
Yes, with Larry Paz.
Yes, he did a trick using a Svengali deck.
Uh-huh.
That was the most amazing thing I'd ever seen.
Oh, if you can demonstrate it. In fact, he just passed away, this gentleman, David Walker. And Warpo as well. Warpo, thank God, is healthy. Knock on wood in here. But they used to go across country.
And Warpo doesn't look like the kind of guy who'd have a lot of success with women either.
With women? Oh, he does. Why would make you say that? Warpo gets his share.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe your comment about Russ earlier that you told me to play on whenever possible, and then when I do, you sit there. Why would you say that? What did you smoke before you came to the studio today?
I don't smoke. No.
Okay, maybe a better question would be, what did you consume?
No, absolute coffee. But I'll tell you, Warpo and David Walker went from California to New York and back on a Svengali deck. And they got drinks bought for them at bars, and they got hotel rooms just from this one card trick.
It's a great trick, and it blows people away. So, I mean, if you can get them betting, I can see that more. I can see that being more successful than an unlimited poundage of bacon.
And they would sell the decks too. I think they stocked up and they could,
they're dirt
demonstrate
cheap.
it and sell it.
They're dirt cheap, even though there's a lot of, you and I know the nuances involved in the deck.
Yes.
But they're dirt cheap, and you can sell those suckers for what, $25?
I don't know. I don't know what they go. Boy, why? When we were married, it was what? $8 or something, $7 for a Svengali deck?
I charged $25 and pocketed the difference.
I bet you did. It sounds like you. I bet you did.
What do you mean it sounds like me? Earlier you said I was a great guy who had ethics. Now, well, that sounds like you.
well, there was always a mixture of ethics there. There was always a conglomerate of...
Well, the way I prefer to use it is convenient ethics. I'm very ethical when it's convenient.
You don't remember running away from me on the street when you saw me. I can't
Was that before or after we were married?
It was a couple of years after.
After we were married? Well, see, that's why. I knew what was in store. If I'd run away before I met you, that would just be an idiot. Because of your, consummate hotness.
Oh, yes.
But after being married to you, I can see running away.
Great.
And I say that in jest. I don't mean any of that. Anyhow, folks, we do have to run away now. Don't take it personally. But we will be back next week, hopefully with you. Until then, take care.